Hey everyone, Bob here, and we're in week 9 and 9.1 for our video. And the first thing I want to discuss is the 6 random acts of kindness. I did find it challenging because it just seemed out of the norm just to think about doing it it's kind of natural around here when we reach out and do the things that we do. And the philosophy is find the needs and fill it. And we've been in a great year of generosity, 2014. So I want to start out with like last night, I went to a dinner with a new couple from the church, and normally what happens is sometimes they want to buy the pastor a meal, and I said, no, it's on me. And they really appreciated that, and also to discover that they were financially challenged and they were worried about this. But I felt like it was a blessing. I felt that they were blessed, I was blessed, and just to be able to do that and be able to step in and not even know that they were till the end of the night when we were discussing their financial situation. So there was that. And then on Sunday after church, my wife and I, we went out and we were parked and we went shopping, and I was sitting in the car waiting for Sandy, and all of a sudden I look over to my left and I see this truck just it hit the side of our car. She was pulling in, and it was like it just kept moving and moving and moving. And I got out of the car and I tapped on the window and I said, "Excuse me." I said, "You hit my car." And she was an elderly woman, and she kept saying, "What?" And then finally I kept saying, "Excuse me, you hit my car." And she got out of the car and she started crying, and she just was so sorry for what she did. I did check. I looked down, which when you first look at anything, it looks like this huge scuff mark along the side, the driver's side of the car. And I just reached down. I started wiping it off. I remember when we purchased the car about 6 weeks ago. They said they had put this new special coating on there, and it worked. So what I did is I just looked at her. She was crying. I said, "It's okay. It's just a car, and we're going to get through this." And I asked her for her insurance, and I gave her my number, and I told her I would go get it checked out. And if I can get it out myself and buff it out, she wouldn't hear from me again. And then she would just start crying. She said she lost her husband about 6 weeks prior, and she's been driving this big truck. And I told her, I introduced myself as the pastor of Apache Junction Christian Community Church. And I told her, I said, "Look, God's got bigger plans, so let's not worry about this. And let's just, like I said, if you don't hear from me, don't worry." So I came home and I realized this out, and God took care of it. So she was just elated when I left, and I wanted to put her where most people, I think, are just, they just go off, especially a brand new car. But, you know, I have to walk what I talk, and that is that I'm not defined by material things. So my wife came out, we put the groceries in the car, and then we left. So, and her name was Pat, and we prayed for Pat. And then the third one was we had somebody in the church that I knew was really hurting for gas money. So I went out and purchased a couple gas cars for the local stations that we have here. And I just put them in an envelope with the name. I didn't say I did it or my wife. We just put an envelope. We put it at the church door for the greeters to give an envelope to her. And I just sat back and watched as she opened the envelope, and she was almost ready to cry. Again, a need was met, and I'm glad that God was able to use myself and my wife to be able to do that, as we knew that she was struggling with gas money. And then the fourth one was the gentleman that the couple met last night, Jennifer and Ryan, that I discovered Ryan was looking for a job. They've been hurting for quite a while. Great couple, young couple, just struggling, made some bad decisions in his life, but still needed that job. So this morning I came, when I first woke up, I sent Tom a job. He owns a major landscaping company out here. He's a good man. He's hired 3 or 4 guys from the church already. So my prayer is that this will come to fruition, and I told Ryan I would do this, and he was just excited last night. So I just did that because I knew that I can't judge him based on decisions that he made. We had a great conversation last night, so I wanted to edify him, lift him up, and I feel like this is going to happen. Tom's hired everybody else. My fifth one was. Let me see here. It was we had landscapers come in, and over the 5 floods we've had here, the grass grows. It's Apache Junction, it's Arizona, but the grass grows very high and very fast after the floods, and it was almost between my knee and from my feet, almost halfway up to my knee. That's how high it was. My landscaper that I've had now for about 3 months is wonderful. He came over, originally gave me an estimate that he was going to do this for $200. I saw that it was going to be some extra work. And when they were here on Saturday, I just looked at him and I said, look, I'm going to throw in an extra $100 for you, and because you deserve it, because this is hard work. And I think he was stunned, and he had a son with him. And he said, but we're not charging. I said, no, I want you to understand that your value in what you do here is very appreciated. So I'm going to throw in the extra $100. And I know this is going to be a wonderful blessing to be able to do that. And then the sixth one was I was able to cover lunch for a multitude of people that didn't expect it on Saturday. And I just walked out there and brought lunch, laid it down, and I just felt like that was the right thing to do. A lot of people were working, doing different things as we're cleaning up from the flood. And I thought, you know what, let me buy these people lunch today. So it's just, it seems small to me to just either give a lunch or throw in $100 extra, because I just feel that I want to be a blessing, as my life has been continually blessed by so many people. And then the question is, any challenges or obstacles? I can't think of the obstacle other than the feeling of not wanting people to really know and just do things, and just and not, like I said, left hand tell the right hand, but also just to do it, and to walk out, just be Jesus with skin. And sometimes people have that need, and I just love being able to do that when I can do it. Can't say that I always have the money to do that personally, and I won't use the church funds to do it. But I think it's great to be able to step up once in a while and just do that, and just step back and go, thank you, Lord, for allowing me to be a blessing in someone else's life, as I am blessed. Then the next question was, any insights you have gleaned? Yeah, it really does. It makes me more aware of the needs that are out there. Sometimes, as the church is growing and more people are coming in, it makes it a little more difficult for me to see or hear the need sometimes. So I'm out there asking my leaders that if we know somebody has a need out there, let's talk about it. What can we do? How can we be Christ with skin for some of these people that really have a need? Because there's always those people in the church that I realize, and out in the world, that don't go to church but have needs. And sometimes we need to be able to think about how are we being Jesus with skin in this community. When we were small in numbers, it was easy because there was a small amount of people and you kind of know about their lives. But I notice as we're growing, I have to put more feelers out there for this congregation and for in the community when I'm out and about. Then the next question, reactions received from others. How would you think regularly engaging in activities such as these would impact your personal leadership development? Definitely. I think this is an amazing development tool because it's about being intentional. And although I could walk in here every day and wake up and say, Lord, put those people in my life that you want me to touch, Lord. Who do you want? How's the Lord going to work through me to touch other people's lives today? It's like my wife says. She'll say, God, love Bob through me. And I say the same thing because I thought that was pretty powerful when Sandy started sharing that with me, that she does that. So I wake up and I say, God, love this community through me. God, love my congregation through me. God, love my wife through me. And I find it easy. Then all of a sudden those resources and those people's lives seem to just kind of show up in your life. And I don't have to do it all, but what's really nice is that as we share this in my board meetings and with my leaders and lay leaders, that I want this to be a church of generosity, not just with money, but with time. If my greatest desire is to have a church filled with musicians that would teach, those that can't afford to learn how to play, children and adults both. What can we give? What has God given each and every one of us that we can give and be generous with? And like here in random acts of kindness, not always just cleaning up a yard or painting a porch, but maybe just being in someone's life to say, hey, maybe I need to buy this person a cup of coffee. Maybe they need a dinner tonight. So that's been my week, and it's been exciting. And again, this has brought more focus for me on doing these random acts of kindness, and it's surely helping me continually grow and mature in my walk with Christ, and also to focus on the fact that how can I be Jesus with skin out in my community? How am I being incarnational and being able to give where I see the need? And no expectation of a pat on the back. I don't need that. I just want to glorify God in all things. And I think that's what's really exciting, when people just don't expect it, and that brings glory to our Heavenly Father, and we're making Jesus famous. Hey guys, it's great. I just love this class, and I can't wait to summer to see you all again. Anyway, have a great day and blessings to you.